Yes. We had some very important deaths this week, and we just want to acknowledge them. We're going to give a shout out to Sheila Jackson Lee,
Sheila Jackson,
Democratic Congresswoman, advocate for Black Americans, passed away at the age of 74. She's from Texas. Definitely spoke up for Black people throughout the decade she served. She announced in June that she had pancreatic cancer. And at the time, she acknowledged the road ahead would not be easy. So unfortunately, she succumbed to that, pancreatic cancer. So
That's what sucks.
yes, it always sucks. And it's always taking out my relatives. So I definitely understand how her family may feel at the time. But she was born January 12, 1950 in Queens, New York, also one of the first women to graduate from Yale University, and served as Houston municipal judge and a city councilwoman before she was first elected to represent Texas's 18th congressional district in 1994, unseating a Democratic incumbent in the primary for the Houston area seat. So she's definitely spoken up for a lot of different issues. She was a sponsor of legislation to establish Juneteenth as a national holiday, spoke out against police brutality, and advocated federal legislation to prosecute police misconduct.
She was also one of President Obama's biggest advocates.
Yes, a major advocate for Obama. She opposed the Iraq War, was a critic of Trump. She opposed the tallying of electoral votes, certifying Trump as the winner in the 2016 election, and used her position on the House Judiciary Committee to excoriate members of Trump's circle. And that's what happens when I read big words I'm not familiar with. She remained an advocate for racial justice in the wake of George Floyd's killing at the hands of police in 2020. And at the time of her death, she was the chief deputy whip for House Democrats and a vice chair of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. She formerly served as whip of the Congressional Black Caucus. So she's had a very long career, very successful career in politics, advocating for a lot of African Americans and causes. So we're going to give a big shout out to Sheila Jackson Lee. Thanks for all your hard work. Hopefully your family can deal with it in this time of need. But yes, rest in peace, Sheila Jackson Lee.